I've learned this new term called protopia, where dystopia is imagining a collapsed society with major power imbalances, climate catastrophe, oppressive, dangerous governments. Protopia is the opposite. Protopia is a vision of the future that is incrementally better than the present. It's not perfect. That's utopia. And utopia is very unrealistic for readers. Plus, one reader's utopia is another reader's nightmare. So we don't want to try to get utopia. We are looking for protopia. Protopia is the idea of tomorrow where we're making progress, but not everything is perfect. Just day in and day out, if we make things 1% better, it adds up. Oscar Wilde said that life imitates art far more than art imitates life. Authors may not always think of themselves as artists, but we are creators. The worlds that we create can, and I'd argue should, provide something for life to imitate. When the real world, especially when the real world feels challenging. This is why we need you, as authors, to build worlds in your novels that are better, 1% better, or more than the one we live in. We need protopian world building. Okay, so this is our why. And now we will go on a journey to the 7 C's of protopian world building. Okay, so number 1 is culture. Number 2 is climate. Number 3 is computers. Number 4, cures. Number 5, corporations. Number 6, currency. And number 7, community. And for you fantasy people who are like, how the heck do computers and corporations fit into my fantasy novel? Don't worry, we will talk about that. Number 1, culture. Culture is the values, the beliefs, the social norms, education, religion, family structure, identity, etc. in your world, okay? A protopian culture includes these things, these values, the religion, the identity, etc., that are better, 1% better than the world that we live in. And again, remember, this is your future building. This is your vision of the future. So better to you may not be better to someone else, but it is better than it is right now. However, you are going to see that in your book. An example would be equal elementary education, no matter gender, demographic, etc. Or believing in a God who abhors violence and loves people no matter where they sit on a rainbow, right? Number 2 is climate. In a protopian world, this is either a reversal of climate damage or an incremental improvements towards climate stability. This might mean using solar powers instead of fossil fuels. So maybe your main characters don't drive regular gasoline trucks. Maybe they all drive electric cars. Maybe there's something even better because we know now that the electric cars cause huge mining disasters in parts of the world, right? So what is the 1% better? Maybe this is gardening and eating seasonally instead of mass fishing and exporting fruits and vegetables all over the world. Computers. Protopian computers can refer to any technology. It doesn't have to be computers. Typically, there are in protopian worlds. Whatever it is, this technology supports an incrementally better future or provides technological solutions to current human or natural problems. It's technology for people in the earth. A real-life example is IBM's use of weather data to predict extreme weather events and alert potentially affected communities sooner. That's real life. We are living in protopia now, which is great. In a fantasy novel, if computers are not a thing, that's okay. Maybe this is magic clothes that protect from spells. Maybe it's something else, right? This is any technology that helps solve natural or human problems. Cures is our 4th of the 7 C's. These are solutions, or at least incrementally better advancements to medical issues, like, for example, bodily augmentation that returns sight to a blind person. We want things that are a little bit better every day. Our 5th C is corporations. Corporations still exist in Protopia because remember, we're talking about incrementally better. If your story does not contain capitalistic society or capitalistic corporations, these could be people or other organizations with control of power, money, a wide reach or distribution. So they could be kings, for example, or other politicians. So we're looking for organizations with control of power, money, and a wide reach or distribution. And that's anyone with power. We're just calling them corporations. And again, this could be politics, this could be politicians. The reason I don't have a separate C for politicians is because that could really fall into culture or corporations. I typically think it falls into this corporation C. So if politics is a big part of your novel, this is where that would sit. The next one is currency. This is the way people exchange for goods and services. It could be in energy, it could be in physical money or by a barter system. One thing to think about is that there has not been a culture on Earth, as far as we know, that has existed without placing some value on material goods or on the skill of the community. So currency is very important in world building your novel. There has to be some exchange. There's always the trade of energy that it takes to create or to do something. Laws of physics, I think. I don't know which one, but I'm pretty sure it's one of those laws. Currency in some form should be created. There has to be that exchange. And the seventh C is community. There is no future-focused protopian society that can exist without a strong community of diverse people. Even in fantasy novels, like high fantasy, the community the protagonist builds around them has to be diverse in background, in skills, in knowledge, in history, in culture, etc., in order to solve the problems that they face. So community in your vision of the future, world building, should be centered in some way. Quick note, remember that it doesn't have to be that all 7 of these are perfect or that all 7 of these are even better in your novel. 1% better could be just one of these things is a little bit better. All we're doing is planting those little seeds, right? If one of these 7 C's is a little bit better than the world we live in now, that gives people a step forward, right? That gives our readers an opportunity to think, this is possible.